Hello, my name is Abe, and welcome back to Into the Breach. Now, it's been about a week since the last time I played for this save file. During that time, I've had an opportunity to play a little bit by myself on another save file, and I've learned a little bit more about the game mechanics. I've become more familiar and comfortable with them. So, let's jump right in to our campaign here. I'm gonna make a change. I'm gonna make a change to our Combat Mech because I'm realizing that we're not doing as much damage as I would necessarily like. We're able to do 2 damage per punch with Ralph here in the Combat Mech, but he's not able to really kill the heavy hitters all that much, like, you know, an Alpha Scorpion, like you see in the picture right there. If we hit him for 2 damage, it's gonna take multiple hits in order to kill an Alpha Scorpion, but if we could hit him for 4 damage up against a mountain or something, we could actually kill him in 1 hit. And I think doing more damage is gonna be more important as we move forward here, especially if we can one-shot or just substantially weaken certain high heavy hitters. Mostly just the Alpha Vec, and also just the Vec that have 3 HP, like the standard Scorpions, Fireflies, Beetles. I think the Scarabs have 2 HP. But anyways, we can power up the Sidewinder Fist later, but oftentimes I'm not really worried about punching something to the left in order to knock it into another enemy, or to knock it into a mountain, or to knock it into a watery grave. I just would rather do 4 damage straight on, I think. And he's got 4 move, so we can depower the dash to kind of help make this work as well. I think that'll be okay. We still have the smoke drop on our tank, and the storm generator to make the smoke do damage on our artillery here. And I think this should be fine. It's gonna be so much better, I think, to be able to kill enemies in 1 hit. I mean, this is a bad example because everything here essentially dies in 1 hit anyways, except for the enemy in the back. But, you know, if an enemy has 5 HP, we can kill him by knocking him into something else. If an enemy has 3 HP and he's on its own, you know, we can kill him just by punching him. Like this, I think that doing more damage is gonna be more valuable for us in the long run, and he's got enough movement that if we are smart with our positioning, he should be fine. So yeah, let us get done with testing. We will go to the central cryonics labs, and we will try to defend both robot factories and protect the defense lab. So it looks like we have 2 robot factories and then 1 defense lab. There, we have an Alpha Scarab, which is annoying, and 4 enemies when we start, my god. This is gonna be nasty. Well, I mean, I want the reactor core. Oh, I've also realized/learned that if you do perfect an island, you get a bonus selection when you perfect an island. By perfecting an island, I mean doing all of the objectives on every mission. You don't have to perfect it by not letting buildings take damage. You just have to do all of the bonus objectives. And if you do all the bonus objectives, you get a bonus, which is a choice of 2 grid power, a pilot, or a piece of equipment selected all at random. So I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try Central Cryonics. We have a better punch. We have smoke. We have the smoke screen that we can use. Yeah, sure, let's do it. And this unit is armored because of a Vec, yeah. There's a Shell Scion here who's gonna give everyone armor so that they have reduced damage taken. It's kind of annoying because, you know, if we hit him for 4, we're only gonna hit him for 3. Now, if you knock an enemy into another enemy, the armor does not apply, so we can still kill an enemy by, you know, knocking him into something else, but we just gotta be a little bit worried about that. What do you do? 1 damage and you launch acid goo. Oh no, that's not, okay. So I don't know what the acid does. I think it increases the damage that an enemy takes, but I don't know if that's from weapons or from like knocking him into walls or something like that. We will have to find out. But this looks like a very annoying fight. We have 2 alpha enemies, an Alpha Scarab and an Alpha Firefly. This new enemy, a Centipede, a Firefly, a Shell Scion. Ugh. Well, let's deposit everyone. Probably something like this, and then we will confirm. Yeah. Wish I could get more units in closer, but we can't. In fact, I might want to move everyone over here. Enemies can walk on the ice. You know what? This is fine. A lot of my mechs can move 4. In fact, every one of my mechs can move 4, so I don't need to worry about positioning nearly as much, I think. And we don't have any scorpions, so we're not going to get stuck in place. We should be able to move around and actually like punch things in the face. So hopefully we'll be fine. Okay, yeah, let's just confirm. Hopefully we don't get too many Vex spawning. Okay. But I'm hoping that just being able to punch enemies harder is going to make a big difference for us. And any time an enemy is going to be hitting one of us, one of our units, all the better. I'm picking up another sentient machine on sensors. So this is a laser bot who, hopefully he's on our side. But if not, we'll have to deal with him. What's the turn order here? 2, 3, 4, 5. A lot of enemies here are only doing 1 damage. The Alpha Scarab and the Alpha Firefly are doing 3. I mean, I'm thinking that our first move might just be to artillery strike this, what is he, the Centipede. It's not going to do any damage to him directly, but what it will do is it will move the Alpha Firefly up and the Alpha Scarab down. Excuse me, down into the laser bot, killing the laser bot. Because right now I can't actually move my Combat Mech. He can't do anything. It's actually extremely unfortunate. Like, they've just positioned themselves in a line thanks to the robot factory making a robot, and I can't kill anything. That's extremely bad. In fact, I'm not even sure I can take out this Firefly here in the back. You know, there's another move here. If oh no, okay. I had it mixed up. The artillery actually still does not have the, or not still, but the artillery mech does not have the smoke. Cannon mech has the smoke. I got a couple options. I can drop a smoke. If I drop a smoke here, it will cancel all attacks and I can focus all of my efforts on killing as many enemies as possible or doing as much damage as possible. I could just shoot this guy into his friend. I imagine he'll still take 0 damage from the hit. Reduces all weapon damage by 1, but pushing, blocking, and fire is unaffected, so I assume his Firefly buddy will hit him for 0. That's not necessarily the best because I do want to try to do as much damage as possible as quickly as possible. I would love to be able to get over here and punch the Scion. I can punch him if I can kill the laser bot, and the artillery mech can do that by landing a shot on the Centipede. So I think my play is shoot the Centipede, knock the Alpha Firefly away, I drop my smoke bomb in order to cancel the attack of the Centipede and this other Firefly, and then I can come back here, punch the Scion, and then hopefully just do a little bit more damage next turn. Things here will take damage. They should take 2 damage. The Alpha Firefly, the Centipede, and the regular Firefly, so hopefully I will be able to kill an enemy on the next turn. But this Scarab is going to be at full health. But I think we have to. I think we have to kind of just start doing some damage here and prevent all damage to us. So let's go through this one more time. No. Undo move. I guess we have to move further back in order to keep our artillery safe. This will push my mech away, but that doesn't really matter that much because my mech, he's just gonna stay put and launch his smoke bomb anyways. Okay. Okay, this is pretty good. In fact, I could... Right, the smoke bomb's also got to get launched right here, so because I want to cancel the attack of this Firefly. Attack there, you'll still be canceled. Everyone here will take 2 damage. This path will be mostly safe from enemies standing here trying to do some melee damage to it. I think we have to. You know, there's not much of an option here, I think. Okay. So I'm gonna Artemis first. Say Artemis. Is it Artemis? It's Artemis. Okay. FTL developers, I guess I should have known. I'm gonna Artemis first. Like, I wish I could kill the Scion first so I could actually do 1 point of damage to this guy, but this is okay. Oh no, they took it out! No. Oh, he launches a ranged attack. It's not a melee-based attack. Okay, that's interesting. It doesn't matter, but that's good to know. So then we're going to smoke bomb all these guys. Their attacks are canceled. They will take 2 damage each, which is pretty, sizable damage to be done. And then we are going to... I mean, I could kill the Alpha Scarab, or I could kill the Shell Scion. I think I want to kill the Shell Scion so that I could actually do more damage to these guys on the next turn. He's not hitting anything. Let's take out an enemy that's going to make it super frickin' difficult for me to actually get kills. And hopefully he can, move his way back up and actually hit things on the next turn. Okay. I mean, that was a long first turn, a little bit too long, but... Oh, the damage was reduced. Oh no, we only do 1 damage. We don't have it upgraded yet. I'm an idiot. I thought it would do 2 damage. But still, 1 damage is fine. I can push these guys into the smoke if I ever want to knock out their attacks again. And I should also keep in mind that since the, whatever this guy is called, the centipede, since it is a ranged attack, I can just move out of the way and he will shoot my tank. If I move him back, that'll effectively protect the buildings. That's actually kind of nice to know. So we've got a cannon bot. We got Ralph. That Alpha Scorpion doesn't bother me at all. Or that Alpha Scarab, and that Alpha Scarab doesn't bother me either. So I think actually what I just want to do is probably just punch something. Walk up to this Firefly, punch him and kill him. My tank... there's actually a better play here. If I'm gonna do that, why not punch the Centipede? It'll do extra damage to the Alpha Scarab. I can move the tank in order to shoot this Firefly, and it will kill this Firefly because it's gonna get knocked into my tank. My Combat Mech, rather. My Combat Mech will take 1 point of damage, but that will mean I get 2 kills off of the Firefly and the Centipede. The only thing we have to finish off is this Firefly. We can easily counteract his attack by knocking him into the smoke cloud, and he'll take damage from the smoke cloud. He won't shoot, so unfortunately he won't shoot his friend down here, his Alpha Scarab. That would be nice, but we don't need to worry about that at all. So the extra, 4 damage that we're doing here, or the extra 2 damage, isn't really that important, but we are still getting kills. So we're gonna move there, we're gonna move there, we're gonna move probably right about here. Knock him in, cancel attack, the 2 Alpha Scarabs are hitting nothing. We're not killing Alpha enemies on this turn, but we are not taking any damage on anything, and we are getting kills and we're wounding enemies. Everything's gonna be on 1-hit KO from the Combat Mech, so I think this is what we end up doing here. You're on 3 HP. We take 1 hit, but we end up killing an enemy, and we knock him into the smoke, which wounds him. There is 1 enemy spawning. There is a cannon mech that we're gonna have to deal with, so there will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 enemies on the next turn, but hopefully they all attack me. The more enemies that, oh, that's water now. The more enemies that attack me, the less enemies are attacking buildings. That's good. That is not good. That is not good. That is good. Cool, so there's only 3 enemies attacking buildings. We can move in order to block the other 2 shots. And actually, thanks to turn order, this Firefly is gonna kill this cannon bot, which is wonderful for me, and this beetle is actually dead. He is gonna run off into the hole, into the abyss, and die, so we don't have to really worry about him all that much. So this should be a pretty good turn. We just have to figure out what the hell we're gonna do. I can't push this cannon bot back, because if I do, without killing him, then the Firefly is gonna hit him instead of his friend. 3 is gonna hit 7 instead of 5, and this cannon bot's gonna shoot the defense lab. We want the defense lab because that is reactor power. I could kill the Alpha Scarab easily. I could then shoot this Alpha Scarab down 1. It's not gonna do anything to him really, but he will get knocked into ice. I wonder if there's a better play here. Like, I would love... What would I love? I don't know. I mean, I'd love to block a spawn, but I don't think we can. Nothing else can get behind the Alpha Scarab. Actually, you know what? The artillery can get behind the Alpha Scarab and knock him up into the goo. Firefly would be killing his friend. Then what would we do? We would punch the Alpha Scarab to death, and actually we could kill the cannon bot that was spawned. So the only thing that's going to survive is a beetle that will die, a cannon bot that will die, an Alpha Firefly which is going to kill his friend, and then whatever spawns out of this one spawning tile. That's actually seeming like a pretty good turn. We will take 1 damage from the cannon mech, but we don't have to worry about HP on this mission, mech damage or anything like that. So I'm just going to go through it one more time. Punch, kill. Omar is going to move down 1, shoot the cannon bot to kill him. You're going to move up, knock him into the smoke. Actually, this Alpha Scarab will still be alive. We have to worry about that a little bit, but there will only be 3 enemies on the next turn. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I like that. That seems like a pretty good turn. I would love to, I would love to be able to move my cannon mech out of the way, but it doesn't matter. Like, you know, he's got freaking 5 HP. If he gets hit for 1, I'm not going to be too worried about that. Robot disposed of. Hitting him's not going to do anything. We got to knock him into the smoke to cancel his attack. So dead, dead. Let's look at the turn order real quick, and 1, 2, 3 enemies alive on the next turn. Very nice. This is like this smoke. It's nice for canceling attacks, for limiting where enemies can spawn, because the enemies don't want to spawn, or don't want to walk into the smoke, they don't want to walk into fire. But it doesn't do that much damage, I will admit that. Can't punch you. You are hitting a building. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, well the turn is easy then. Cannon mech, leaper to kill him, leaper. Movement of 4, but you have 1 HP, and you web and you do 3 damage. That is crazy. That is crazy. But we cannon mech you. As a result of being dead, we can walk through our own tank. 1, 2, 3, 4. You got a movement of 4, right? Yep. Punch the Alpha Firefly to death because of our higher damage, and then our artillery is just going to knock the Scarab into the smoke. He'll have 1 HP. That'll be a pretty good turn, I think. Everyone lives. Everyone is relatively happy. We can do it without putting you in fire. Why not? End turn. The factories have been left undamaged. The defense lab is protected. We will get 1 more reactor power, and with that reactor power, we can... I mean, we can save it, or we could spend it. And I kind of want to spend it because by spending it, we can upgrade something. Freeze and defend both robots. Excuse me? We have a freezing robot, a freezing drone, and we have to freeze and defend both of these. What? That seems horrible. But also funny. I've never seen that before. I've never even heard of that before. Anyways, what do we want to upgrade? With 1 reactor power, and I definitely feel like we should. I could get rid of 1 move out of the cannon mech and give him 1 extra point of damage, which actually seems pretty decent. I don't really want to give it to our combat mech unless I'm giving him move. I could give him the Sidewinder Fist, but if I'm punching things, it's not going to matter all that much. We have to give him 2 to get the dash. I could spend this opportunity to cycle out pilots. You know, take out mech move, put that on the combat mech, so he still has 4 move, dump the extra reactor power into the artillery, and then, I don't know, give the move back? Getting them leveled up is gonna be so good. We're not really getting kills with anyone except for the combat mech. I mean, I know that's not entirely true, but we're wasting kind of a lot of XP on this guy. And we have an extra, you know, bonus reactor core. Why not give it a shot here? And why don't we swap it out with the cannon mech so he can get +1 damage? So let's dump you, put you here. We can give you +1 damage instead of +1 move, but since the pilot comes with +1 move, it equals out. We'll put you here. We will install one more reactor, give you that bonus damage back, and then all of a sudden we're good. Now he's gonna have one less move as a result, which is kind of unfortunate. Plus 2 HP or plus 1 move. You know, honestly, let's do this. We're gonna mix and match a little bit. Oh, no. Okay, so Combat Mech now has 4 move, Artillery Mech has 3 move. Cannon Mech, though, has 2 damage instead of 1, and that could be very useful. You know, a lot of enemies have 3 HP. Now we can kill with the Cannon Mech just by knocking him into a wall or something. We do lose 1 move from the Artillery Mech. Let's check the loadout of the level. And you know what? The loadout of the level seems pretty fine here. I can just kind of position my Artillery Mech centrally located, and then it should be able to fire on basically everything. Freeze and defend both robots. We do not have any sort of cryonics on our mechs. We're gonna have to rely on whatever that robot is that we get. This seems like a very interesting mission. I'm curious to see how this is going to play out. So let's do it. So there's gonna be 1 leaper. There is a VK-8 rocket Mark 1 artillery bot and a BKRB Mark 2 laser bot, and then we get a freeze tank. Theoretically, we can move him and freeze the robots. I hope that he has good movement. I will just Mary, I hope that you have good movement, because I'm gonna need that, I think. So I'm just gonna position myself up close so I can move around. And honestly, if the bots want to attack me, maybe that's for the best. 3 movement. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. I have no idea where you're gonna stand. He's probably gonna stand here, honestly, and attack my Cannon Mech and the building. So I hope that my movement 4, perfect. So if he moves a 1, 2, 3, I can. They only have 1 HP, man. If he moves 1, 2, 3, I can move 4 in order to block that. I wish I could move this guy, because if he moves and positions himself on the grass, then I won't be able to freeze him unless I move my cannon take out of the way. But I guess I could just move my cannon take out of the way, so. I guess you could stand still and attack. That would be really bad, but then I could use my artillery. Okay, you know what? I'm trying to think ahead when I don't even know what the hell's going on. Oh, it's a freaking pod, god damn it. Can we actually, like, pick this pod up this time? Ugh. 2 spawns. The Vec don't really bother me here. It's really just the, these enemies here. Shoots a projectile that freezes targets. Will it stop on... No, it doesn't stop on the time pod. So we could leave the time pod. Undo move, please. Don't accidentally click that button. But what the heck are we gonna do about this? This is actually kind of unfortunate, because this artillery bot is gonna do a lot of damage to the building. I guess he's not gonna do a lot of damage to the building, and I guess we can move him, can't we? We have to get rid of the shell scion first, which means that we probably have to shoot him out of the way, but we do 2 damage. We can kill him in 1 shot with the Cannon Mech. You do 2 damage, right? Yes! So we stand here, block the spawn, shoot him. Stand here, freeze you. Move the artillery bot down. We take a shot at the artillery bot, well, at the Vec spawn, in order to push him into an empty square, and then he's only going to be hitting my Combat Mech for 1 point of damage. Because my Cannon Mech's gonna be here, you're gonna punch him to death, you'll be safe. I'll move my freeze tank up to, like, here, so I can chase him down on the next turn. There will be 1 Vec spawn, 1 Vec will die, 2 Vec will die, the laser bot will be frozen. This seems like a pretty good turn, honestly. Oh right, we're moving here. Yeah. So kill him. Thank God we got that upgrade. See, that's what I'm talking about. We can just kill him. Seems so much better. Kill him. And we need to move the artillery bot up a little bit so he's not hitting a building. Good. I don't care if he hits my unit, because he just does 1 point of damage, you know, whatever. And then the freeze bot, don't let the freeze bot get killed. It's gonna freeze him. And there's no fire under him. Cool, end turn. It seems very doable. I'm not standing on ice, I'm standing on a tile, which is very good to know. Okay, you're hitting nothing, I just gotta move my tank. 3 enemies are gonna spawn here. I can freeze you, and then I can just walk over here and punch you to death because I do 4 damage. This seems like a very good turn. We have to keep in mind, though, we can use our freeze tank to freeze enemies. So, you know, once we freeze these 2 bots, you know, all we have to do is wait, really. So we'll freeze you. Attack canceled. We will... I have to punch you to death to kill you, so I'm gonna do that. I will reposition my artillery. I'm going to repair, I think, with the cannon mech, so I can just stand here and block 1 spawn without taking too much damage. We still have the smoke, too, which is wonderful. I could move to the time pod, but I don't think something's gonna stand on the time pod. You know, the AI in this game, they avoid smoke, they avoid fire, and they avoid time pods. Now, cataclysms don't avoid time pods, but I think the aliens will. Unless I knock them into the time pod, it should be safe there. So we'll end turn. You can't do anything. I could knock my tank further down, but there's not really a reason to do that. So we are just going to end turn. And he's at full health, so I don't need to repair. But now we can use the freeze bot to freeze enemies. Like this alpha. This alpha firefly is just immediately frozen, I think. He's trying to free the dude I just froze, which is very annoying. He's trying to free him anyways. But hey, I can kill him. I can just straight up kill him. This is a good day. Except this is actually kind of annoying. How are we gonna do this? How are we gonna do this? I can't walk through ice, I don't think. But if I bring my combat mech up, punch the firefly, he's dead. Thank God for that damage upgrade. I can freeze this firefly, but then I have to deal with the centipede. Now if I shoot the centipede once with the artillery, that's gonna knock my cannon mech into the laser mech. I'm gonna have to refreeze him on the next turn. I'd rather avoid that if possible. I could just shoot my cannon mech into the centipede, which will knock him into the artillery bot, and then I'll have to freeze him on the next turn. There will only be 1 spawn, because I'm gonna stand here with the cannon mech. He'll have 1 HP, but he'll survive. There will only be 1 Vec I have to worry about. Everything else will be frozen or killed, and then I just have to refreeze artillery bot and then spend 3 actions on 1 Vec. That seems like the best course of action, and I don't see any other action, because the centipede, it's crowded. You know, it's crowded, and I don't like it being crowded because I can't actually do anything. Now, I could smoke, but why smoke when I can smoke next turn on the Vec that spawns? You know, this artillery bot, he's frozen. If I open him up, he won't die. He'll be fine. So, yeah. We're gonna kill you. We're gonna freeze the... Yeah, we're gonna freeze the firefly. There's nothing else I can do. Vec's been flash frozen. We are going to open up this mech, but this will kill the centipede, which is very important. Would also create fire, which is not so good, but there's no other way around this, so it's gotta be done. Okay, he's not frozen anymore, but we can deal with that, and my artillery robot is just gonna stay put again, I suppose. His action was canceled. His attack was canceled when I froze him, so he's not doing anything. There's 1 enemy, 1 cannon. This seems like a pretty good mission. Yeah, I think upgrading my damage in order to kill things with the combat mech was super important, because now I'm actually able to kill things. You know what I mean? And actually, this seems like a very easy turn. We're just gonna freeze you. I can punch you to death. Actually, we can... Oh. I was gonna say, we could kill the Alpha Firefly by punching him into my my cannon mech, my tank, but my mech probably doesn't want to get a team kill here. Like this Firefly, he's not attacking, so I could just punch the not Alpha Firefly and kill him. Hit him for 1. Yeah, I don't think there's a way I can actually get the kill here. We will get the time pod, but I don't think there's a way to kill the Alpha Firefly, which is okay. I guess the other thing I could do is keep him frozen. No, I can't do that. You know what? I can keep him frozen. Oh, no, I can't. Because if I stand on the time pod and then shoot this Firefly, he's gonna shoot into the laser mech. Okay, you know what? Just... We can't do it, but we can at least knock this guy around, get him down to 1 HP. That's pretty good. Everyone's gonna survive. No Vex are spawning up under anything. Robots are frozen. Good. And get the time pod. Very nice. And we got 12 XP on the guy who I put in the Combat Mech, because he's the one running around punching everything to death. I think that's going to be very important for us. Now, we have to kind of min-max our power a little bit, but we should get 1 reactor core from this. Lovely. I never get pilots. People have told me that they get lots of pilots out of these time pods. I've gotten 1, I think. Maybe not even 1. Then again, I've only opened like 2 in this save file and then maybe 2 in the other save, 3 in the other save file I've been doing. But anyways, yeah, I think definitely giving myself this +2 damage was super important. And honestly, giving the cannon mech, giving the tank this +1 damage was very important as well. We were able to kill an enemy multiple times in 1 shot instead of having to spend multiple shots trying to kill him, or having to use a smoke bomb to buy myself a time to kill him. You know, because if I smoke bomb an enemy and they take 1 point of damage, I could do 1 point of damage on the next turn, but more enemies are going to spawn. It's going to get harder to deal with. I like this because the smoke drop right now is an emergency action, not something I have to deal with at this, particular moment. And in fact, I could swap off the storm generator and the smoke drop so that the smoke drop goes on the artillery mech, since he's not doing a lot of damage. He's all about moving and delaying things, so maybe I should do that, and that way my cannon mech can run around and shoot things a little bit more, with a little bit more oomph. But anyways, that was a very good couple of missions, and I'm gonna end it here for the day, so thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe for more, and I hope to see you here again for the next mission in Into the Breach.